and a big weekend of sport ahead.
Looks that way. Thank you, Montannah.
All right, thank you so much, Montannah. Big day of weather, 4 seasons in one day. What's next? You'll find out after the break.
Transform your home into a haven with cool, pure, clean air, creating a world of perfect comfort. Take your home to the next level with the air specialists.
Well, looking beautiful across the harbour at the moment after a day that pretty much delivered everything with that big rain band moving through, but that has cleared into northeastern New South Wales. Up until 9 o'clock this morning, it produced some good numbers right throughout the southeast of Victoria and southern New South Wales. It really became quite well structured as it passed over us throughout today, tapping into all of that humidity that has been sitting there, trying to link up with this tropical air mass, and there's been some lightning in there, a little bit of rumble as it passed over, but clearing nicely this afternoon. In behind it, we've got a little bit of a wind shift, but it's not out of control. A couple of showers will certainly be possible, but the big feature is what's going on throughout the interior. It has not been shaded out for a very, very long time, since spring in fact, and that's why it's been incredibly hot, and that's why we've had this constant seesaw. Gets hot, the fronts move through, cools down slightly, but this is going to shade it out and cool Central Australia. And this time of the year, once it cools, it's very hard for it to warm back up again because, as we know, last night we had the equinox with the sun passing over the equator back into the northern hemisphere. So a couple of showers potentially there for Sydney, but still quite mild. Showers for Brisbane. There it is, shading out and storms developing over Central Australia. Cool in the southeast, but beautiful from Adelaide to Perth throughout tomorrow. We've got that southerly moving in throughout tomorrow, so that is going to create a bit of an onshore influence, but you can see warming up right across the region. The risk of a shower, well, it is there. We may see a couple flick through with that southerly, but generally fine, and it's still actually going to be relatively comfortable. In fact, we're looking at temperatures fairly mild overnight, then warming up to about 27 degrees, so into generally the mid to high 20s, so it's not too bad for the weekend. For the coast, just a little bit of cloud and maybe just a little shower, a brief one moving through, and the same throughout parts of the suburban area inland. But you can see for the upper Hunter, generally fine. There may be some showers right throughout the far reaches of the Hunter, and potentially up to around 30 degrees tomorrow. Not much swell, quiet times, down to a metre, and a little bit wind affected with the southerly pushing through. Sunrise 6:56 down at 7:03, dropping to the low tide, getting there just after 9, about 9:12, and that swell direction out of the south for tomorrow. So a couple of showers, onshore winds, 1 or 2 brief ones there on Sunday, and again throughout next week. Looks worse than what it is. Generally fine, not too bad. Still quite comfortable. It's a mild looking week as we begin to wind down March. Relatively fine, but you can see now the days getting up and over 30, well, few and far between from here on in, and unlikely to see any for the Central Coast. Let's take a look at the throughout today. Well, it saw everything. It wasn't a bad morning, but then the lunchtime hour saw the grey matter move in and the showers push on through. We had the offshore winds actually flicking around as well, which just cleaned up that small swell. So yeah, try and pick those wave magnet areas, remaining fairly small again tomorrow. So a very interesting day today right across the region.
Thank you, Gav. That's the news. Good night.